presentation live on YouTube, because just in case we have a full house, many people may not be able to enter and they can go on YouTube to watch it. All right. Good evening, everybody. And this is Brijesh Dalmia. I'm into personal finance for over 20 years now. And thank you so much for joining. Big crowd today. Hundreds of people have joined. May I request all of you to please mention the city from where you have joined. आप जिस शहर से ज्वाइन किए हैं, can you mention the name of the city जहां से आपने ज्वाइन किया है? ओके, थाने, पुणे, मुंबई, इंडिया, धनबाद, वाइजैक, मुंबई, वडोदरा, राजकोट, थाने, भोपाल, औरंगाबाद, चेन्नई, जयपुर, बैंगलोर, भोपाल, बैंगलोर, अहमदाबाद, चेन्नई, मेरठ, कोची, गोवा, सिंगापुर, जबलपुर, हाय सिंगापुर, देहरादून, त्रिशूर, बैंगलोर, नागपुर, नवी मुंबई, जोंबिवली, गुड़गांव, केकड़ी, कल्याण, मदुरई, थाने. Fantastic. A lot of people have joined it. Fantastic. Thank you so much. And good evening to all of you. I hope you are keeping safe and your family is safe. I pray to God that this pandemic should go over soon. Please follow lockdown. Please stay indoors. Nothing is going to change in 15 days, 30 days, or even 2 months. Life is going to be long. So we have to beat this pandemic. And I pray for everyone, the whole humankind. And with that, let us start today's program. Today's program is about fixed deposit versus debt mutual funds. And I have a very precise, short presentation I want to give you. And after that, I will take all your questions that you have. My presentation will be over in around 20 minutes. I generally do very short presentations to the point, and I make my points clear in very, very short number of slides and very small presentations. That is what I do most of the time. If you want to attend many other programs which I do, please contact your financial advisors, mutual fund distributors, and they will send you the links. And if you're attending this program, please do tell and give the feedback of this program to your financial advisor who has sent you the link to attend this program, so that he knows that you have attended this program, and also give your honest and free feedback. All right, so शुरू करते हैं. Let me share my presentation slide with you. All right, fixed deposit versus debt funds. If you have any question, you can also write to me on the Q&A box. I will prefer questions in the Q&A box. You can also use the chat box, but sometimes I miss out questions in the chat box. So please use the Q&A box. It is beside the participant icon. So is my voice audible? Are you able to see the screen? Can I have a few yes in the chat box? Am I audible well? क्या मेरी बातें आपको सुन रही है? थैंक यू. सो मैं इस प्रोग्राम को हिंदी इंग्लिश में मिक्स करके करना चाहूंगा. तो दोस्तों, आज बहुत ही शॉर्ट तरीके से हम समझेंगे कि फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट और डेट फंड्स में क्या फर्क होता है और आपको इन्वेस्टमेंट कहां करना चाहिए. और मैं आपको अपनी पूरी अनबाइस्ड थॉट प्रोसेस देने वाला हूं इस प्रोग्राम में, नॉट अ बायस्ड ओपिनियन. एंड देन यू डिसाइड एंड यू टेक इट फॉरवर्ड. द फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट इन्वेस्टर्स फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट में इन्वेस्ट क्यों करते हैं? Why investors invest in fixed deposit? Because they have guarantee of principal and they have guarantee of interest, and they can redeem their fixed deposits at any point of time. These are the three major reasons people invest in fixed deposit. Guarantee of principal hota hai, guarantee of interest hota hai, or liquidity. Now let us see what is the problem with fixed deposits. What is the problem with fixed deposits? Generally, fixed deposits gives you low returns. When I say low returns, is that because it is guaranteed in nature, it is not giving you very high interest. And most of the companies or the banks charge a penalty on early withdrawal. Some of the banks are not charging, but most of the banks are charging. So, for example, if you do an FD for 3 years and you withdraw after 6 months, they will give you a lower rate of interest. Penalty means that they will not give you interest of 5% for 3 years. They will give you 4% because you withdrew in 6 months' time. Okay, so what is the prevalent rate of the FD for that period they will give you, which is called a kind of penalty. And fixed deposits are not very tax friendly. Fixed deposits are not very tax friendly. 100% of your income is added to your taxable income. This is the problem with fixed deposit. Now let us try to see a good alternative to fixed deposits. Debt funds are a good alternative to fixed deposits. And what are debt funds? Debt funds are offered by mutual funds. And you should know that over 20 lakh crore is invested in debt funds in India. Why I am giving you this data? So that you have confidence in mutual funds, so that you have confidence in debt funds. If 20 lakh crore is invested in debt mutual funds, there must be a rationale. कोई कारण होगा, कोई वजह होगी, कहीं ना कहीं ये प्रोडक्ट की कोई विशेषता होगी, इंपॉर्टेंस होगी, जिसके वजह से इंडिया में crores of people have invested into debt funds and not fixed deposits. So what are the advantages of debt funds? सबसे पहला एडवांटेज होता है flexibility of time horizon. When you invest in a debt fund, you have flexibility of time horizon. It means when you invest, you don't have to mention for how long you will invest. You can withdraw whenever you want. In 90% of the schemes, you can withdraw without any exit load also in today's market. So you have to check before investing, will this scheme charge me an exit load or not? But even then, those schemes which are not charging you an exit load, you can invest, let us say thinking about 3 years, but if you want, you can continue for 10 years. And you can withdraw after 1 year also. Let us say you think about 6 months and you want the money after 5.5 months, you don't have to give any notice. You can withdraw the money even after 5.5 months. This is the best thing about debt mutual funds. In fixed deposits, generally, you have to have a maturity date. And generally, it works like that. The second advantage of debt fund is tax efficient. It provides you better post-tax returns because if you are into 20% or 30% tax bracket, you get indexation benefit. And if you don't know about indexation benefit, please talk to your financial advisor about indexation benefit. Indexation benefit means that inflation is deducted from your interest before you pay taxes. And you get long-term capital gains tax, which is 20% on your income after indexation. So effective tax in a debt fund after 3 years is almost 10 to 12% only, which is very low. In fixed deposit, your 100% income is taxable. Senior citizen gets some benefit into fixed deposit, but that is a particular amount. What are the returns in debt mutual funds? So the returns are not guaranteed. I want to make it clear to you. The regulators have advised mutual funds that they cannot guarantee any returns, and that is the best part of it. And why it is the best part, I will tell you. But for now, returns are not guaranteed, but mostly superior than FDs. I have seen in my 20-year career that debt funds mostly have given better returns than fixed deposits. Yeah, sometimes they are equal, but most of the time they are better than fixed deposits. Of course, again, this is not a guarantee because future returns can be different. But then again, you go with the past track record, how it has been, and it will give you a fair idea why mutual funds, debt funds are very good. More advantages, it has a lot of convenience, good liquidity. So most of the time, there are hundreds and thousands of debt funds, and most of the debt funds have very good liquidity. You want your money tomorrow, you will get it back. No questions asked. You can do online transaction. By simple click, in 5 seconds, you can redeem your investments. Your financial advisor, mutual fund distributor will send you a link, and you click on the link, and the money is in the bank account next day. This is how convenient it is. Certain special opportunities exist which are not there in fixed deposit. You see, when you invest in a debt fund, it is very easy to move the funds to equity whenever you want. Let us say markets tomorrow go down by 10%, 20%, and you want to take advantage of the equity market. Now, in that case, you don't have to break your FD. You don't have to take the money out from the bank and invest in a mutual fund. No need of doing that. Just by a stroke of one click, you can move the fund from a debt mutual fund to a balanced or an equity mutual fund to take advantage. Yeah, so it is easy. Now you will say that I can also do that. I can redeem the funds today from a bank FD and invest tomorrow. Yes, possible. But there is inertia. Inertia का मतलब होता है कि जनरली इन्वेस्टर्स ऐसा करते नहीं है, उसमें एफर्ट लगता है. एक जगह फंड पड़ा हुआ है तो उसको दूसरी जगह मूव करने के पहले डिसीजन पैरालिसिस होता है, और ऐसा इन्वेस्टर्स कर नहीं पाते हैं. दूसरा एडवांटेज है, if you are in urgent need of the money and you don't want to break your debt funds, you can take a loan on debt funds. That is also possible. Can be used as STP. Now this is brilliant. I will tell you, this is an excellent vehicle for enhancing return, and a part of my presentation will be how you can use debt funds as STP, which is called systematic transfer plan. And after this presentation, I strongly suggest that you should ask your mutual fund distributor or financial advisor what is STP and how you can invest in STP. It's a highly recommended process from my side, and you should take your expert opinion of your financial advisor also, and I will talk about this. And you see, whatever I'm telling you today, I have no financial interest in you. You are not my clients, and I don't want you to make my clients. You are already a client of someone else, and I'm just giving you my opinion how you should invest. So you can take it for granted that whatever I'm suggesting you is in your interest. Now, this is what STP is. First of all, I will give you a comparison of debt mutual fund versus bank fixed deposit. Let us say you invested 10 lakh rupees in both cases, 5 years, 6 years is the timeline. Maturity amount in both the cases is 13,38,000 rupees, which you can see. Income is the same, but here the difference starts. Mutual fund gives you a benefit of indexation. I have assumed here 4%. It could be 3, 3.5, 4, 5, depending upon what the government thinks the inflation is. And in this case, you know what happens is in mutual fund, your cost becomes 12,16,653. In fixed deposit is 10 lakhs. So in taxable income, in fixed deposit is 3,38,000, whereas in mutual fund, debt fund, your taxable income is only 1,21,000 in 5 years. Let us say you are 30% tax bracket, then in mutual fund, it becomes 20%. Here in fixed deposit, you pay a tax of 1 lakh rupees, and in mutual fund, you pay a tax of only 24,000. So all other things being equal, you save almost 75,000 rupees in taxes. And this is huge, isn't it? This is huge, and you should take advantage of this. The net return of fixed deposit is 4.34%, and in mutual fund, it is 5.61%. Every percent counts, right? And this is how debt mutual fund versus FD performs. Returns. Fixed deposit returns are fixed. In debt fund, it is market linked. No guarantees, but then again, go see the past history, see the performance, and start with any amount. See for yourself how it performs. The experience will be good enough over long periods of time. What are the risks? Fixed deposit, low risk, and debt funds also low to moderate. Why I'm writing low to moderate? Because this is what the regulators ask, and they have a matrix of every scheme. That is, what is the risk? Here, I want to make one point very clear. You know, every product has a risk. Even bank fixed deposits are not guaranteed beyond 5 lakh rupees. Although we know, you know, that State Bank of India will never default. Agreed. IDFC will never default. I agree. But then again, there is something called theory and there is something called practical. So in theory, bank FDs can default. Yes. In the same way, in mutual funds, you know, there can be certain investments which there can be some risk. That is an inherent part of any compliance and disclosure. Early withdrawal, penalty is levied under premature. In mutual funds, there is no penalty levied, but there could be some exit load. So you have to check before you invest, is there an exit load or not? Mostly they are not. Investment expenditure, no fund management fees. A nominal fund management fee is charged. And when I say returns are mostly equal or superior to fixed deposit, it is after this nominal fund management charge. TDS, fixed deposit, TDS is applicable, whereas in mutual funds, there are no TDS applicable for resident individuals. And I hope most of you are resident individuals. Taxation, interest is taxable as per applicable tax slab, whereas in debt mutual fund, capital gains tax apply. So there's a lot of advantage of debt mutual funds. Now I'll talk about STP, a unique investment option, and I'll tell you what are the benefits of STP. Suppose your financial advisor comes to you with a product which has the following benefits. Will you invest or not? So I want you to mention yes in the chat box after I complete this slide, whether this product excites you or not. Let us say the product has a high safety of principal. Now, will you like to invest or not? I want some answers on the chat box. Come on, give me some answers. If you get a product which has a very high level of safety of principal, will you be interested? Yes. Now, the second thing is that if it has the potential of higher returns than FD, will you like to consider debt mutual funds or this particular product? Yes. If it has lower taxes, yes. If you can redeem your principal amount at any point of time, no questions asked. You invest today and you can redeem after 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 4 months, 3.5 months, you can redeem anytime. The minimum amount of investment is 5,000 rupees and there is no maximum limit. You can invest 5 crores, 10 crores also. You can top up the investment in the same account whenever you want. So tomorrow you have invested 5 lakhs and after 6 months you want to add 1 lakh more. In the same account, you can top up the investment in the same account. So your portfolio will go up and up and up. You can do partial withdrawal. Let us say you invested 5 lakhs and you want to withdraw 50,000 rupees for urgent use. No questions asked. You will get your money in 1 day, mostly 24 hours in your bank account. You can book profits when markets are high. A part of this will go into equity and you can book the profits when markets are high and there are no maturity date. Choose your own period. And you don't have to tell the mutual fund company how long you want to invest. You decide your period. It could be 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 50 years, whatever, and you can withdraw whenever you want because this maturity date is in your head. Yeah, nobody else knows about it. Now, I want you to answer in the chat box. If you get all these features, will you be interested in this process and product? Let me see how many people write yes. Certainly, certainly, yes, 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 of course, yes, yes. Good response, big response, exactly. This is the point, of course, yes. And now I'll tell you what this product is all about. This product is called STP, which is called Systematic Transfer Plan. This plan works like this. Let us say you invest 10 lakh rupees as an initial investment, okay? And you transfer the capital appreciation of this 10 lakh rupees every month into equity funds for 15 years. Expected rate of return is 6% and equity fund is 12%. After 15 years, your return becomes 8.27%. So if I assume returns of 6% in debt funds, but in this particular product, your returns enhances to 8.27% after 15 years. And this is how it works. Just give me a moment. All right. So you invest 10 lakh rupees and you see your capital is almost protected every year. It doesn't go down. Okay. So mostly you're concerned with the capital amount. You can take some risk in the equity. So this is a product and a process where you take small risk only on the interest component, not on the capital. So you take risk only on the interest component. So at 6%, your annual income is 58,411 rupees. This is a technical reason which we will not go into detail. Why it is not 60,000, why 58,000? In summary, because you are withdrawing every month. 6% is the annual rate, but you are transferring the accumulation every month. So it is like that. Now you transfer 58,000 every year into equity fund. What most investors are concerned with is the capital amount. So you can withdraw this 10 lakhs at any point of time. Only the interest component goes into equity. And because of this interest component earning a higher return in equity, because normally equity funds gives you higher return, they have higher risk also. But if the risk is high and the markets are going down, you can hold your interest component. You can withdraw the capital if you want. I suggest not to do that, but you can withdraw the capital of 10 lakh rupees and you can hold your interest for 2-3 more years because markets can come back. If you do that, your returns from 6% can go to 7% to 8% in 15 years. So without taking the risk of the capital, your interest goes up by 2.5%, and your tax liability goes down dramatically. Because in equity, your tax liability is only 10%, or on debt, you get capital gains taxation. So in this particular product, in a fixed deposit kind of scene, you get around 4.5% tax free. In a mutual fund debt STP, you can get almost around 8% as tax free. All right. So all the data points I'm telling you are not guaranteed because the regulator asked me not to give you any guarantees. So I'm repeating this again and again. But investors know that this is very much feasible. All right. So this is a fantastic product in which you should consider investing, debt funds and also debt fund STP. Now I will answer 3-4 more FAQs for you. There are no guarantees in mutual funds and debt funds. Why should I invest in debt funds? Very good question. You see, there is a reason for this. First of all, in financial markets, there's nothing guaranteed. You give your money to your friend on a loan, you trust that person, but that person cannot guarantee you, right? Because if in case of default, the money will not come to you. So it is expected. Now, if you want a guarantee, and if you have given me money and I'm not making money, then to refund you, I will have to take higher risk. And if I take higher risk, your money is more at risk. So mutual funds are not supposed to take higher risk on your money to pay you back. They say, whatever money I will make, I will pay back 100% to you after deducting my management fee. So if I make 4%, I give you 4%. If I make -4, I give you 96%. If I double your money, I give you double. This is a better way of investment rather than a fixed guaranteed return. And you should check the historical performance, why most of the mutual fund schemes have been able to give good return. Some debt funds have given low returns. FDs never give negative returns. Why should I invest in debt fund? This is an obvious question, and I'll answer this question. You see, you may be hearing here and there that one of the mercantile bank defaulted. There was some real issues with some of the commercial private banks, although they were saved. But there is risk everywhere. And अगर आपने 20 जगह पैसे लगाए हैं and किसी एक जगह कभी किसी साल में नुकसान हो गया, this is part of financial markets. That is part of the portfolio. You should look about the total experience of investment world, of the total mutual fund industry. In the last 25 years, the success rate is 99.9%. Now, when a patient goes into an operation theater, there are risks involved. But then again, what is the success rate? The success rate is very high. So if a patient says that, no, I will not go to the operation theater because there is a chance of being, of dying or something bad happening, but if he's not going and he requires the surgery, then things could be worse. In the same manner, there are some funds sometimes which gives negative return for 1 month or 3 months or 6 months, but they recover very quickly. They also give you positive returns. So in my experience, again, I cannot guarantee you, but my experience is that out of 1,000 funds, 995 funds will give you superior returns than fixed deposit. And here your financial advisor can help you to choose the right funds. Currently, returns of debt fund and FD is almost similar. Why should I invest in debt fund? Of course, yes. So let us say your bank is giving you 5% and some of the debt funds where you invest today will give 5%. The question is not today. The question is, it's about a habit. You have to get into the habit of investing into debt funds. Today, the rates could be same as fixed deposit into debt funds, but at some point of time, fixed deposit rates will come down. Fixed deposit rates every day doesn't come down and go up. After 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, the rates keeps changing. Yeah, but in mutual funds, the rate adjusts very quickly to the current market circumstances. I have seen that in most cases, debt funds offer same or higher returns than fixed deposit. And it's a matter of time when again fixed deposit interest will come down and your debt funds will become superior, because that is the way it has happened over the last 20 years. And again, more than this, think about the convenience. You can do STP when you invest in debt funds. You can transfer to balanced fund and equity fund very quickly, and there is no decision paralysis when markets gives you opportunity. You have tax benefit, even with the same kind of return. If you hold for 3 years, you get tax benefit. So for all those reasons, you should invest in a debt fund. And I will now close and take your all questions. The summary is debt funds are preferred over FD by smart investors. It's time to give it a try. Invest in debt funds. And if you're already investing in debt funds, invest more in debt funds. And especially if you are in 20% or 30% tax bracket. And try systematic transfer plan, STP. This is a brilliant way to get started into debt funds. And I strongly suggest that all of you should do a systematic transfer plan with your financial advisor. With that, I will say thank you, stay safe, stay happy. And I will open the forum now for Q&A session. Thank you so much. And I will also stop the recording.